Let's see. Oh, it's turning. I don't know if you see the crankshaft or not, but it's not locked up. A lot of your viewers talked about you steer it without brakes. Well, that's exactly what he's doing, but he knows what he's doing. Yeehaw! Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is what we're going to get into today. Is trying to start this old Jubilee tractor. Excuse my voice. Don't know, I'm coming down with something, or I don't feel bad. I'm just talking rough. But anyway, it's got a battery in it. So that's always a good sign when they leave a battery in it. It might just start right up. I don't know how long it's been sitting here. We are back where we, the international tractor and where we done the case bulldozer. And we got somebody coming this morning to pick the case bulldozer up. So I'm about an hour early. And I thought, well, I'll just come out here and see if I can get this thing right here started. Now, of course, it's got an engine and it's got a starter. And it's got an oil stick. Let's check the oil. This thing right here is making oil. That looks good. That's encouraging. All right, let's see. This would be the hood. Alrighty. No lost. Always a positive. Check the water. Look at that. This thing right here is going. That ain't the green from the shrubs right here, the bush. That's green from antifreeze. This right here might not take me just a minute. I might have to sing a song or something to fill in for the time enough it takes to make a video. All right, we got water. We got oil. Let's see if we got gas. I see a little bit in there. Y'all see that? Yeah. But we got a checker right here. I'm gonna have to just bear with me a minute. Yeah, that's rusty looking there, isn't it? Wow, it smells awful. That smells awful. May have to bypass the that fuel. I bought some gas. I bought a couple of gallons of gas. May have to hook a different supply up just to make sure that we get clean gas in it. The good thing is he may have had the gas cut off. I guess that's good news. But I've got some hose and I've got some gas, and I believe we can get a source to it. We'll just see. We will. There was a starter button, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a starter button right there at one time. But there's a solenoid, and I've got a remote starter button. All right, stand by. I think what I'll do, I think I'll just try to get the gas drained out. I don't know if you can really tell, but that's some old gasoline. Put some fresh gas in it, put a battery in it, start it up, run it around a little bit, see if somebody wants this thing. It's got a Baldwin filter on it, BT111 oil filter. Take this little filter out, well, see what it looks like. Let's see. There that is. There's what that looks like. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Yes, sir. It has been a minute. Swap you out for this. All right, I'm gonna put it back on here. Okay. Okay. All right, now I'm I'm gonna hook up my fuel line like right here, maybe. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna put a battery in it and see if it's locked up before I do all that. But the gas probably needed to come out of there anyway. All right, let me see what it's gonna take to get this battery out. Well, it's gonna take that. There's the hot. Well, I don't know if that was a hot or not. That was the ground. Naturally, that's the ground. Hot's on the way out. And there's a little battery. Been sitting there a little bit. Well, maybe it'll work that way. We got it in there. I charged it up last night. Not even sure if it's any good. It come out of the case dozer. I left my battery in the case dozer, and hopefully this one charged up. I'll get my battery out, and this one can ride with the new owner of the case dozer, which we'll be loading shortly. So stay tuned for that. Let's see if it turns over. All right. Something's not right. That's for sure. Yeah, I believe that might have been dead. Been the trouble. I don't think that battery was any good, so I'm kind of putting something together over here. Let's see what happens. Nothing. We might have to pull this sucker off. Let's back up the remote starter and see if that does anything. Uh-oh. Yes. Okay. Definitely goes this way. For sure. I guess get a hammer. Hit that starter. I made it faster here, I think. Yeah, we're getting some of that ugly stuff out there. Getting away from the spot. I believe about got her. Okay. White pump's nice. Plus it cleaned out that piece. Yeah, more white pump. Ooh wee, that thing is rusted in there. I'm not sure if I can turn it by hand. Maybe it's got a bad spot. Let's see. Oh, it's turning. I don't know if you see the crankshaft or not, but it's not locked up. Oh yeah. That's a good sign. Okay, not locked up. See if that did anything. Might have to pull this sucker off. I got some good gas going in. Heck far. Let's see. Ain't that nice? All right. I got that buckle back up where it don't leak. I'm gonna get another gas source, not fool with that tank. Thinking about taking that starter off and just have it seen about, but I don't know. It'd be nice if it were turned with the key. The engine's not locked up, and that's a good thing. If we get gas to it, we can always pull it off. These guys are here loading it up. Look at here, what a nice truck. Good gracious alive. Now that's sweet. Here we go. Looks a little different, don't it? Well, it took us 40 forevers to get the track on it. Slow-mo. A lot of your viewers talked about you steer it without brakes. Well, that's exactly what he's doing. But he knows what he's doing. These guys are just hauling it. He's been on one of these before. Yeehaw! Man, this man's run one of these 450s before. He didn't have a bit of trouble loading it without no brakes. Just like a lot of y'all said. That was something else. You had to... I just grabbed the cable right there. Just grab that cable. No, the other one that's on. Yeah, just pull that cable. Yeah. There you go. That's... You've run a 450 before, ain't you?
That's how I run it. The one I run is a case, but it's like orange. I do a lot of line clear for one of these.
Yes.
I built them by like 1,500 acres. I clean just a whole the fence, 1,500 acres. Yes, only a fence.
Wow.
With one of these.
Well, you didn't have a bit of trouble moving it. I couldn't figure out how to get it to move without the brakes, but everybody that watched the video said you don't have to have them. You proved them right.
It depends, you know.
Yeah.
It's easy. The only you need a brake for is stop.
Right.
Or depending how you fast you go turn it, you need a brake for turn it quick.
Yes, sir.
Brakes didn't work when my dad got it. I remember that.
All right. They got her loaded. Got her strapped down. I don't know the gentleman's name that bought it, but thank you for buying it. These people were just hauling it for him. Again, I am so glad that guy knew how to load it, because that made it a lot easier. He got right in it, knew what he was doing. But there it is. Come a long way since that thing was when we started. Well, you remember, gallon of water come out of the engine, water come out of the top of it, track off. But it's going to a new home, and a guy is actually going to run it and be piddling with it. He had one like it or got one like it. And I'm going to take the starter off. You'll get it seen about. I don't think it's but 3 bolts holding it on. I'm going to go get it checked out, and maybe he can check it out and let me know if it's any good or not. That's a good sign. I don't think it's but 3 bolts holding it on. It'd probably be best if I had a socket. Make that work with a socket. Helped a lot, really. I promise you, if this was harder to have taken off, I wouldn't have. Oh my. Well, I'm not sure, but it looks like I got hung up in there. It looks like the starter needed to come off anyway. Let me see if I can snake that thing out of there. Here we go. Well, good Lord. That's a booger. That is a booger. All right, I got to figure out just exactly how to do this. Hopefully, the starter don't have to come on. I need a starter. I think I gotta knock that back off. I think that comes out 2 pieces. I wouldn't see why it would not. Let me get my hammer and just see. That's not coming off. That is not coming off. That ain't moving at all. I'm gonna have to investigate that some more. Here we are at this Ford Jubilee. I came out here last week and filmed trying to get this thing started, but I was filming in time lapse. You know, I didn't know it. I wasn't paying attention, and when I got it to Jacob for him to do it, he said everything was in time lapse. So you'll see a lot of things without audio. He's gonna try to speed it up some. The starter was bad. I had to take this starter off, carry it to the starter shop, and it was rusty and condensation, and it just wouldn't engage. It was a different type of starter than I've ever seen. The Bendix, as you can tell in the video, the Bendix, it's got a long shaft in it, and I guess when that starter engine starts spinning, it sucks the Bendix in, and which turns the flywheel, which turns the engine for starting. I had to take this oil filter off to get the starter off. We stopped by our friends at Covenant Heavy Duty and got one of these Baldwin's BT111s. I took the carburetor off. I was going to say, well, I'm going to rebuild the carburetor because I know it's been sitting so long that it's probably stuck. The gas or the floats or something stuck on it. But when I took it off and started watching some videos on how to do it, I decided not to. I decided to put it back on, see what happens before I go through all that, because I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that. But I was going to video it and, you know, follow the parts, keep up with the parts, how I took it apart and all that. I'm not sure about the gas on it. I bypassed the gas to start it. Put a, you know, you'll see that bucket on there. If you don't, I put a 5-gallon bucket on it to start this thing. It's got a little bit of fuel in it. I think I'm gonna try to hook the fuel back up. Alrighty. There's the positive there. There's the negative there. We'll see if we can make that work for just a minute. All right, let's get some gas and see about getting some fuel coming out of the tank to the carburetor. Well, that's not a lot of gas coming out. Yuck. Boy, that is really clogged up. It is. I cannot blow through it and get bubbles into the tank. So I guess we'll just go back to our alternative fuel source, see about getting this thing started. So hang with me just a minute. All right, let's see if we can make this work. All right, this sucker right here, I think we just got it. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to do something else. Let's take this one off right here. All right, let's open this up. Yeah, I got a little bit of fuel in there now, and I'm thinking that'll probably clamp over the My lips will be chapped here. I don't think that's enough fuel to run it, is it? Maybe it is. Let's try it and see. Well, it's filling up the bowl. See the bowl filling up? I believe this is the choke. Let's see how it goes. All right, here we go. Wow, this thing runs so smooth. Well, lost fire. Try that. Let's see. It ain't really opening up right there on the gas. I don't know, fellas, what y'all think. Let's see if the lift come up. Don't know what that was. Hang on, hang with me. I think it's flooding out. Boy, there was some fuel line right here. Boy, that thing got old tight. Oh, the clutch. No clutch, guys. None. It's just no clutch. But we got it to move backwards some. Well, I don't know. I don't know what causes all that, but we're sitting in here in the... Well, we moved it from the spot. We got it to this spot. Oh boy. I don't think it's getting enough fuel to really make it do what it's supposed to do. Well, disaster strikes. Not too bad. I did get it stopped, but it runs pretty good. It really does. Let me see if I can get it out of gear and get it out of this mess. Oh boy. The things I get myself into. This how stuff happens. This is just how it happens. And it about wrecked y'all, didn't it? It's coming right at you. This is all it done, this fiberglass thing, and I'm hoping that's just something that he had covering up a well or something. If not, I'll make it right with him. Didn't hurt anything. That can be straightened out. Tire wasn't any good anyway, but it'll probably still hold air. Clutch is bad in it. I don't know about the lift. I'm not sure if that's the lift or if that's the high and low in the transmission. Don't know for sure. The brakes are right here. No, the brakes aren't right there. Brakes are on the other side. Got 2 brake pedals. I'm sure that tells you about what year it is, if somebody's in the know. Now let me see if I can. Oh yeah. All right, now we out of gear. Watch how sweet this thing just starts, and then we're gonna call it good. Guys, it runs good. It really does. It's almost like let's switch it off. Let's do that one more time. Look at you. Guys, if you're interested in this tractor, I'm going to put the email, his email in the link below. You can email him. I think it'll be a pretty good tractor. Somebody that likes this stuff, that wants to go through it and fix it up. Probably not a whole lot of matter with it other than just sitting so long. And I don't think I did any damage on the wrecking. I panicked. I thought I could find that kill switch, and I found it right there at the end. And then I was trying to bump it to get it to where to come out in the neutral, and it started right up, and I did a little bit more damage. I let the owner know, but there it is. Thank y'all for watching, and remember, don't be wily.